Hello and welcome to Edward Alexander Stadium. I'm Will Kubius, joined by Josh Euler up here calling the game. And before we get to any football, I just want to give a huge thanks to Mr. and Mrs. Toff for making this whole thing possible, for everyone to be out there watching this game tonight, who's unfortunately not able to be with us. And I also want to give an additional thanks to Davis Randy for calling the first two games. He did a great job. Everyone go show him some love. So Josh, what are the keys to the game before we get into this?
Well, for Lincoln High School's defense, Coach Bean has stressed that we must stop Placer's vaunted wing T attack that's put up impressive numbers for years. Stopping the run game will be the priority of this game.
Yeah, between these two rivals, it's been a bit one-sided as of late, with Placer winning the last three matchups, I think. So, yeah, as everyone rises for the kickoff, Preston Bean kicking off for the Lincoln Zebras. And he opts for a squib kick, recovered by the Hillmen on their own 35.
Coach Bean even stressed that special teams will be huge in this game. Especially with this shortened year, the kicking game will be key for both teams, which was interesting to see that squib kick to start the game.
Yeah, definitely interesting. Bean could see some threats returning the football, and he didn't want to let any momentum go early to the Hillmen.
Yep, for sure.
As the Hillmen have Martin Haswell under center, as they fake the handoff, and he airs out a duck to number 8, who comes back and finds it for the Hillmen. A big start to the game on over a 20-yard completion right there.
What an electric way to start the game for Placer. It was surprising to see a pass first play, knowing that they're a run-heavy offense, but it caught Lincoln's defense off guard.
Yeah, definitely a statement play there. As he gives it on the jet sweep, number 8 takes it down the sideline. Touchdown Hillman, just 2 plays to the end zone. This Zebras defense does not look ready to handle the wing team.
Yeah, for sure. They look really rattled off these 2 first plays. Hopefully they can regroup and come back stronger.
Yeah, most definitely. That's a tough way to start off the game. 2 plays in, and it looks like they're going to mark him out of bounds at the 10.
My apologies, out of bounds at the 12-yard line.
At the 12. As he gives it up the middle to Isaiah Chenault. Oh, my apologies. Even the wing T is confusing me.
You think maybe he's just too far away?
Second and 10 for the Hillmen on the 12-yard line. As he gives it up the middle to Zachary Guria for what looks to be a 3 or 4 yard gain.
The Zebras' front line is looking pretty good right now, stopping the run up the middle.
Yeah, most definitely. That's going to be a challenge continuously throughout the night, because we know how dangerous this Placer ground and pound is, just built to wear down this Zebra defense over the course of a 4-quarter game. As he gives it to the left, and number 8, who took them halfway there, takes it in for the touchdown.
2 runs up the middle in a row for Placer, and then the 3rd play they go outside, and Lincoln is caught off guard.
Yeah, one thing you definitely notice about this Hillman offense is how fast they break the huddle and snap the ball. That's definitely something that they work on for years with their lower level teams, and they perfect it by the varsity level. As Alejandro Prieto splits the sticks for the extra point.
And with 10:24 left in the first quarter, it's Placer 7, Zebras 0.
Keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen, it's been almost a year and a half since this offense has come out and played a game. Their last game was November 8th, 2019 against Whitney, which ended in a sad loss, 42-21.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of questions what the Zebras are going to do on offense. Are they going to come out as a ground and pound, or as the air raid offense that we know them as? we'll definitely see, because we know Zebras have weapons in the backfield and out of receiver. Not to mention JT Willis taking on his second season as the Zebras starting QB. As the Zebras have Kyle Avicilla back to return the kick.
Remigio and Burns back deep.
Oh, apologies. As the Hillmen opt for a squib kick as well, but it rolls out of bounds. Gonna give the Zebras good field position there.
There is a flag on the play. Let's see what it's gonna be.
That's the field position kicking out of bounds. Yeah, it looks to be an illegal kick.
Coming onto the field, manning this offense is number 8, JT Willis. Last year he had 1,800 yards. Let's see what he can start with this season.
Their first drive at their very own 35-yard line.
All right, the Zebras on the 35, and as Josh touched on, JT Willis under center for the Zebras. They start with an empty formation, and then they move Burns back into the backfield behind Willis. Step backs to pass. He throws it to Burns, who's hit hard right around the line of scrimmage. And that's Jaden Duncan for the Placer Hillmen.
Placer did a good job reading Burns coming out of the backfield for the check down.
As the Zebras have a 2nd and 10. And again, an empty formation, but he motions Gabe back into the backfield. As Willis scrambles to the left and breaks a tackle, turns upfield for a Zebra first down.
JT Willis with the QB keep gets about 10 yards on the play.
Willis time and time again has proven his mobility as a QB. Last year he had 120 rushing yards. He can throw on the run, is an excellent playmaker.
Yeah, I definitely look to see JT air it out a lot tonight, as we know Coach Bean loves to do as well. Gives it to Burns up the middle, who pushes forward for a couple.
Number 22, Burns, takes about 4 yards before being tackled by number 6, Logan Wilkins. 2nd and 6.
Zebras are breaking the huddle fast, which is something you like to see, not to mention a lot of the motions once the ball gets snapped. It's got to be something Coach Bean has had these guys working on for months. As we have Burlew in the backfield now. Fake the handoff to Giles. And the pass to Rappa is incomplete over the middle.
Scary pass right there from JT. Coach Bean seeming to stick to his playbook.
Yeah, definitely a questionable pass there. I don't know, that play seemed kind of like a broken play at this point, but the Zebras have a 3rd and around 6 to pick up this first down. Single back. Willis makes an audible at the line of scrimmage. Drops back, dumps it off to Burlew, who makes a cut and turns it upfield for what could be a Zebra first down. The marking will be close.
Coach Bean stressed before the game that they must establish play action. I think they're doing pretty good right now. That was a great cut by Burlew.
As the Zebras stick with the doubles and single back formation. As he gives it to Rappa on the end and around, and he pushes forward for a nice 6-yard gain for the Zebras.
Takes it 7 yards out of bounds before.
Yeah, despite Rappa's 5'9" frame, he's a beast.
Yeah, no question about that. Well, it's really interesting because Rappa was mainly a defensive player last year, but this year Bean has multiple players playing both sides of the ball this year, which is something new for the Zebras in recent years where they stuck to players playing only one side of the ball. As he gives it to Burns, who churns forward for a few more. Zebras will be left with a 3rd and short.
About a gain of 3 before being stopped by number 2, Lavelle Davis. 3rd and short.
This Placer defense is definitely holding their own here. Nothing is easy right now for the Lincoln Zebras. And he gives it right back to Burns, who is stuck at the line of scrimmage. It's going to be very close. Let's see what line they give him here.
Burns gets a gain of about 1 on
And they're going to give him the first down.
first down, Zebras.
Great job from Burns, breaking through the tackles and getting that first down.
Yeah, just getting what he needs. He knows he only needs about a yard there, and he gets it done. That's exactly what you want to see right there. As Burlew subs out Burns. Fakes the handoff. And he airs it out downfield. Kyle Romeo slides right through his hands for what would have been an easy Zebra touchdown right there.
That was a great play call. Kyle Romeo on almost like a post route, but drops the ball.
Yeah, that was a tricky catch, I'm not going to lie, but Willis put that right where he needed to. That's a great play call, but the Zebras got to get it back here on 2nd and 10. As Burns moves back into the backfield. Fake the handoff. And he airs it out again at the end zone on a tricky pass. That definitely wasn't a bad pass, but I wouldn't say it was a catchable ball with number 16, Isaiah Suggs, blanketed all over Romeo, giving the Zebras a 3rd and long here.
Extremely tight coverage. These receivers have to get space or else they're going to be forced to kick a field goal.
Yeah, definitely. These cornerbacks are playing man-up coverage right now on these receivers, giving them a tough time at the line of scrimmage as well, which it really leaves it up to the receivers to get themselves open. As he moves everyone out to an empty formation, he gives it to Noonan as he breaks a tackle and pushes forward for a Zebra first down right there. That was just a manly play, to say the least.
For sure, to go to empty formation with no help from your halfback to block. Great pass and great catch in traffic by Cade Noonan.
Yeah, definitely a great broken tackle right there to pick up that first down. Oh, looks like they're going to mark him just short, giving the Zebras a 4th and inches on the 24-yard line. Let's see what Coach Bean dials up. He sticks with the single back formation. Could be surprising on a 4th and short. As he gives it to Burns right up the middle, who just zips past that line of scrimmage, scooping up the first down. That's just a great run by Burns, knowing what he needs there and getting it done.
Yeah, for sure. That's an aggressive play call from Bean. He could have easily just kicked the field goal, but, well, we're going against Placer. We got to be consistent on offense and not give possession of the ball to Placer.
Yeah, in a rivalry matchup like that, that's a big play that gives the Zebras huge momentum on this slow drive, but they're making their way down towards the red zone right now. As the handoff was muffed, but Rappa jukes a man and turns it upfield for the touchdown. Ethan Rappa, 23 yards to the house. What a run by Rappa.
For sure. Got on the outside. Placer got caught on the back of the heels. They weren't expecting it at all.
Yeah, most definitely. And even with a bit of a bobbled handoff there, Rappa still turned it upfield for a Zebra touchdown. as Preston Bean looks to tie the game up at 7 right here. As he sinks it right through for the game, tied at 7-all right here.
It's 7-all Lincoln Placer.
You can see, even with very few people in the stands right now, it's just an electric scene tonight. And we have people from both sides supporting with good sportsmanship, and that's what you just love to see. As the Placer fans stand up for the kickoff. As Bean boots that, and it's muffed by number 11, and it rolls back down towards the 1-yard line. And number 7, Alejandro Prieto catches it, but kneels himself down within the 5, giving the Hillmen awful field position. And this could be a great chance for the Zebras to force a 3-and-out and get the ball in Placer territory.
Yeah, like Coach Bean stressed before the game, special teams will be one of the deciders in this game. And like you just saw right there, they muffled the kick, and now they have horrible field position.
Yeah, that was a great kick by Preston Bean as the Zebras set up. As the Hillmen pass, a screen pass, and 22 just looks to make sure he doesn't get back in the end zone for a safety.
Pass caught by number 22, Dylan Logeland.
A bit of a surprising call there. I really expected the Hillmen to just punch it up the gut with that wing tee that they run so effectively. Definitely opening up the playbook a bit with a lot more passes than I expected so far.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, this is the Hillmen back inside the 5 for what might have been a loss on that play as they get to the ball quick, as you see. Looks like a jump for the Zebras, which is going to move the Hillmen up 5 yards.
It's really unfortunate for the Zebras defense.
That's not something you want to see there, because the difference between the 3-yard line and the 8-yard line is a lot bigger than you think, especially when you're on a 2nd and long, which turns to a 2nd and 5, 2nd and 4, which really changes the outcome of what the Placer coach can dial up right here.
And for sure to lose the opportunity to possibly get a safety.
As they punch it up the gut, but he's stuck right there. Lavelle Davis just stuck at the line of scrimmage by the Zebra defense. That's just a great play right there, putting the Hillmen on a 3rd and 5. The Hillmen quick to the line of scrimmage, and they fake it, give it out to Alejandro Prieto, who looks to turn up the side, but he's pushed out of bounds by Ethan Rappa around the 40-yard line. That's a big play right there that the Placer needed.
That play action really caught the Lincoln defense off guard.
Yeah, you can definitely tell because the Zebras have 7 or 8 men in the box right now, which definitely opens up the passing game. And it doesn't seem like the Hillmen are afraid to throw the rock tonight.
Yeah, Martin Haswell has been putting on a pretty good display of his ability at QB.
Yeah, definitely something we didn't expect to see tonight. As he just drops straight back and airs it out. Slightly overthrown to Suggs down the left hash. Great coverage by Burns down the side.
It's really surprising to see Martin Haswell come out with this aggressiveness at QB. Last year he had 992 yards for 6 touchdowns. Obviously not the biggest number, but it's pretty expected in a run-heavy offense.
Yeah, I definitely expect to see him not just pass the ball more, but I expect to see him take a few on a read option later tonight. As they go out of shotgun, and he fakes it. Option right there as he lays a big hit on his Zebra defender. That solid gain there will leave them with a 3rd and 6.
Brings up 3rd and 6 for the Hillmen.
Let's see if Placer goes back to that play action or tries to maybe throw a check down.
And they go right back to their wing tee. And it looks like there could have been a flag there, and we see just that. Looks like a flag in the backfield. Definitely seems like a false start by a Placer lineman.
And it will be holding on the Hillmen.
Holding penalty for the Hillmen.
Even better than a false start there. That's going to move the Hillmen back 10 yards, which is going to put them in 3rd and long territory. We could see them air it out here or just put it on the ground and look to not turn the ball over and give the Zebras too good a field position.
Yeah, for sure. We just might see some conservative play to get them a good position to punt the ball.
Let's see what they do here. As the refs make it official, move the Hillmen back to their 26-yard line.
3rd and about 19 for the Hillmen.
And as you heard it up top, 3rd and 19 for the Placer Hillmen. With 3 receivers out, he drops back, airs it out on a dime to Lavelle Davis down the sideline. He's pushed out of bounds inside the 10 on a huge play for the Placer Hillmen. And I cannot stress enough how much of a dime that pass was.
Yeah, Martin Haswell has been playing terrific this game.
Yeah, that is something that definitely just turned the momentum right there for the Hillmen. As we touched on, we weren't sure if we were going to see him play it conservative or air it out. Clearly we know now. As they give it up the gut. Or on an end and around to number 8.
So far, the Hillmen definitely do have more pass attempts than runs, which is really surprising to see.
Yeah, most definitely. As the Hillmen line up for the kick, looking to extend their lead to 7 here. What's the name of number 8? It's not on here.
Number 8 for Placer?
Yeah. And that play is just blown up for the Hillmen, keeping the lead at 6. Those impact plays may look little now, but once it comes down to the wire, those few points like that can definitely come into hand.
For sure, every single point this game will matter. Lincoln's defense most likely planning for a more pass-heavy attack from Placer now that they've seen 2 drives from Martin Haswell, who has been throwing very accurate this first quarter.
The Zebras defense has been stout so far. It's just with that wing tee you have to send and you have to put as many guys as you can in the box, which leaves you in a weak position
coverage
in the pass game. But it seems like it's a risk that Coach Bean is willing to take right now. As that's kicked to TJ Wright, who scoops it in the air, makes a cut and turns upfield and takes it straight to the 50-yard line on a beautiful return.
Kickoff return by number 2, Terrence Wright.
Those are the plays that Coach Bean harps on, special teams making a difference and giving the Zebras great field position right there.
Yeah, last year Terrence Wright did not get an opportunity to play, but this year he's highlighting himself on special teams with that about 30-yard return.
Yeah, not to mention he's working in a receiver tonight as well. Hopefully we can see him bring down a few passes for the Zebras. As Burlew's in the backfield. And they give it to Romeo on the jet sweep, and he turns on the Jets for a 20-yard gain for the Lincoln Zebras.
Hands it off to number 11, Remigio.
Kyle Remigio has been electric ever since he came into the program. Last year he had 655 yards and 5 touchdowns, and that was only his junior year. And he was the receiver 1 last year. So let's see how he
Definitely expect to see big things from him this year. As the Zebras stick with Burlew in the backfield. Willis steps back and hits Giles right down the seam, and he's hit hard. But it looks like he picks up a Zebra first down.
13-yard gain, good enough for a first down, Zebra. Tackled by number 16, Suggs.
So far, JT Willis has played consistent. Consistency is something Coach Bean stressed before the game. Lincoln's offense has to be consistent to keep up with Placer.
Yeah, they definitely can't afford to make mistakes and turn the ball over, which is something they haven't done so far. As they give it to Burlew on the dive, and he takes it straight up the gut for a Lincoln Zebra touchdown, tying up the game at 13 with a chance to take the lead for the Lincoln Zebras.
Yeah, like we said before, every point counts. If Preston Bean makes his field goal, they will have the lead.
Yeah, that was definitely a great run by Burlew, but not to mention great blocking by the Zebra O-line, who gave him a huge hole to just stick it right through and take it in for a Zebra touchdown. As Bean sinks the extra point, giving the Zebras a 14-13 lead with 2 minutes to go in the first quarter.
This Zebras defense will have to come up with some plan for how they're going to stop this wing T attack from Placer. They've been caught off guard many times in their secondary because of the one-on-one coverage that's caused from this wing T attack. So, let's see.
Yeah, as the Hillmen look to take back some momentum with the ball back in their hands. With Preston Bean making the kickoff. As he boots it down to number 8, and it just flies right over his head, and he muffs it again, which is going to leave the Hillmen at the 5-yard line.
That was the second time they have scuffed a kick, Placer. And Coach Bean even stressed special teams will be key in this game. They're doing great so far.
Yeah, but it looks like number 8 is down on the field and hurt right now, which is not something you ever like to see. What's his name this time? 8.
It looks like he was tackled hard after muffling the kick.
I got it. I'll look right now. Yeah, I have it. Just tell Will real quick.
Oh, I don't know why it's listed as 6 right now.
Like, where?
Okay, it's on here. It's listed as
Let's get a big round of applause to Xavier Guerrero. Big first quarter so far for that kid. 2 touchdowns so far. Let's hope he's okay.
Xavier Guerrero getting off the field. Hopefully he's okay.
Yeah, it looks to be a lower leg injury. He's been a huge part of this Placer offense so far in this game. That's going to be a tough piece to lose. But the Placer Hillmen look to stay strong and keep moving the ball down the field. With the 1st and 10 on the 5-yard line, as Martin Haswell trots back out leading his Placer Hillmen. They go straight back to the wing tee. And he keeps it, but is hit in the backfield by a herd of Zebras, led by number 7,
Gage Marotta with the carry.
who unfortunately we do not have on here.
42, Ryan.
Again, in bad field position, the Zebras are looking to apply a ton of pressure to Martin Haswell.
Yeah, this pushes the Hillmen inside the 5 here for a 1st and what looks to be 12 or 13 here. As Haswell drops back, throws it into blanketed coverage by Burns, who has him locked up on the outside in man coverage. You can't ask for better coverage right there.
Great fundamental 1v1 defense right there from Burns.
Yeah, anticipating a quick pass to the outside. Burns was not fooled by any juke or hesitation move put on him, and he swats that right down, giving the Hillmen a 3rd and long. Now, we did see what the Hillmen did on their last 3rd and long, turned it into a huge gain. So the Zebras definitely are concerned here, but let's see what they can do on defense. As Haswell rolls out left and airs one into no man's land for a 4th down as the punt team runs out for the Placer Hillmen.
A 4th down, Hillman.
A lot of these Zebras defenders are playing both sides of the ball. Burns specifically is playing good on both sides, and it just shows his versatility and athleticism.
As the Hillmen punt it down to Kyle Romeo, who makes the fair catch call at the 42-yard line.
Time called for a fair catch, but there is a flag back in the end zone.
Pardon me, the 38-yard line.
Great decision by Kyle Romeo. If he did not call that fair
Whoa.
catch. Oh,
Hold your horses. Looks like there could be a penalty on the punt, which would give the Hillmen back the ball, with most likely a 1st down. Let's see what the call is here. Seems to be a lot of confusion, not just from me, but by everyone on both teams' sidelines.
it looks like the play stands, no flag.
Love to see that.
Zebras coming out to the 38-yard line.
Running into the kicker, penalty was declined. Zebras will start at the 38-yard line.
Great field position for the Zebras. It seems like Coach Bean's harping on special teams has really paid off, as the Zebras have just dominated the Hillmen on the special team side right now with Burlew in the backfield. Willis fakes it and airs it out downfield to Romeo, who makes an incredible catch, putting the Zebras inside the 5-yard line.
Like we said before, big things this year for Romeo, and we just saw right there his athleticism on that contested catch.
Yeah, that was a tough ball to come down, but Willis put it right where he should. And the Zebras are left with 1 yard to punch it in for a Zebra touchdown. It'll be interesting to see what Bean dials up here, if he'll just look for a simple dive up the middle, or as that's just what he does, but the Hillmen expect it. Berlew is stuck at the line of scrimmage.
Yep, Foster Hillman predicted that dive up the middle, got to the edge, and wrapped him close to the backfield.
That's just great gang tackling by the Hillmen. And as the quarter winds down, the field position switches. And right now it looks like the Lincoln Zebras have all the momentum in their favor right now. And let's see if they can cash in off that big play from Romeo on a 2nd and short.
We are so happy everyone was able to make it out here this evening. Safety is our top priority. So that we can all stay in the stadium, please remember to keep your masks on at all times and stay socially distanced while in the stands. Please keep clear of the rows and red stickers. As soon as this game ends, we need everyone to quickly and safely exit the stadium. Thank you so much for your help and assistance.
Zebras inside the 5 right now, up 14-13. If they score this and get the field goal, they will have an 8-point lead, which may force Plaster to have to go for 2 at some point in this game.
Yeah, that's definitely a big factor. As we said, that missed field goal could come into play. And you never know, if the Zebras cash in here, we could see Bean try to go for 2 to make it a 2-possession game. But we got to see if the Zebras can convert here first.
Seems to be a confusion on the clock currently. That's the reason for the delay.
Yeah, also seems to be a lot of complaining from the Hillman fans over here.
Let's see what Coach Bean does right here. Last time he went for a dive up the middle.
Let's see if he sticks behind that, as he has doubles with Berlew in the backfield. Motions Rappa. He drops back, makes a pass, and it's caught for the Zebra touchdown, but there's a flag in the backfield. Looks like it's on the Zebras. That could be crucial here.
It's really unfortunate. They may have to move back. Oh.
And that's what we love to see as the touchdown stands for the Lincoln Zebras, stretching this lead to 7.
Terrence Wright with the touchdown from JT Willis.
Like we said, TJ Wright, who made an impact on special teams, moving them to the 50-yard line on the earlier touchdown, converts here for the Zebras. And just as we suspect, the Zebras keep the offense out to try to make it a 2-possession game, which right here would be crucial for the Zebras.
So far, Coach Bean has stuck to his word about consistency, and I would be confident to put my offense back out for 2.
Yeah, seems like Bean might be thinking about the call a bit. And it looks like they're going to settle for the field goal. As Preston Bean, son of Coach Bean, is back for the extra point. As he just completely boofs that.
That's something that we're not used to seeing. He's 2 for 3 currently this game. Last year, he showed consistency throughout the season. It's just weird to see something like that happen.
Yeah, definitely something you don't see a lot. He seems to be as consistent as you can get as a kicker. Could have been a bad snap there, bad hold, lots of factors could have came into play, so not going to pass blame onto one person in specific. But that keeps the game at a 7-point lead.
Even with that mistake, the Zebras are still up by 1 touchdown because of that missed field goal, or the messed up field goal.
Yeah, not to mention, seems like the Zebras had a lot of momentum in their favor after 2 touchdowns in a row. And let's see what the Zebra defense can do here. As you heard up top, the personal foul will be enforced here.
A lot of anger coming from the Placer Hillman fans. It's understandable though. Kicking from the 45.
Yeah, Bean looks to put this not in the end zone, which would give them horrible field position, as the squib kick is recovered by the Zebras on a muffed return attempt, continuing this momentum for the Lincoln Zebras, giving them the ball with only 40 yards, 35-40 yards to the promised land.
That was the 3rd muffed kick for Placer. Their special team has just been detrimental to them this game. And
yeah,
now the Zebras have excellent field position.
Yeah, 1 fumbled kickoff, 2 kickoffs left inside the 5-yard line. Coach Bean's focus on special teams has clearly paid off so far, as the Zebras look to continue to punch the ball down the Hillman's throat right here. Timeout is called.
Timeout, Zebras.
Definitely a big spot in the game right here. The Zebras can look to stretch it to a 2-possession game.
The Zebras definitely have a lot of control on their hands. They can choose to play conservatively, run the clock down a little bit and score, or they can just go aggressive right out. Maybe hit Kyle Romeo. He's been excellent this game, or maybe TJ Wright.
Yeah, we know of all the weapons the Zebras have on offense with Ethan Rappa, the 2-headed monster they have in the backfield with Brennan Berlew and Gabe Burns, not to mention TJ Wright and Kyle Romeo at wideout. Berlew, single back formation, as he punches it right up the gut for a gain of a few for the Zebras.
Seems like Coach Bean wants to establish the run, starting this drive, keep their defense on their heels.
2nd and 8.
And Coach Bean even stressed before this game, conditioning will be key. Both teams obviously haven't played in a while, and this is really testing their adversity right here.
As the Zebras come back out, and he motions it to an empty formation with Willis lone back there as he hits Noonan for a short gain, but he turns it up for what looks to be another Zebra first down.
That's Noonan's 2nd catch on somewhat of a curl route, 5-yard curl route. Those have been very effective in finding the holes in Placer's defense.
First down, Zebras.
Yeah, not to mention making something out of what would have been a short gain. The yards after the catch for Noonan have been big tonight on those 2 catches he has so far. As the Zebras stick with the doubles formation. Fakes the handoff, airs it out to a wide open Kyle Romeo, who brings it down for a Zebra touchdown. Kyle Romeo